to my channel and welcome to another video. We are now sadly at the end of August. I swear the summer at first it seemed to be lasting forever and now it's almost over and it just seems like it's gone by way too quickly. I am of course excited for autumn and getting cozy though, and then winter because it means Christmas and I love Christmas, one of the best times of the year. But I am also sad that summer's over because I do love summer too. So, I mean, it's not quite over yet, but there's only literally another couple of weeks of summer left, which is just crazy. But it does mean that it's time for this month's favourites. I've got a bit of a mix of things today. Of course, some new foodie favourites that I've discovered this month, as I do have every month, as well as a few other things. So let's get straight into the video. Also, quickly before I do start, there's someone with a really annoying loud drill slicer cutter thing. I don't even know what it is, but it keeps making an annoying noise from that way. So they've stopped for a minute, but they keep stopping and starting, so hopefully they'll decide to pause for the next like 15 minutes. Also, I have got a top on, I promise I do. It's just, it is off the shoulder and sometimes if I sit down a bit slouched then you can't quite really see it, but I have got a top on, I promise I'm not naked. First favourite I'm going to mention for this month is actually, so you might be surprised to hear this, but a book. If you know me then you'll know I'm really not the biggest reader at all. I barely ever read a book, so when I do, it must be something good or something easy to read at least. And the book I've been reading is Wild About the Girl by Louise Pentland. I loved the first book that she read. If you aren't aware who Louise is, she's another YouTuber, a blogger, and she also now has 2 books out. Her first one was called Wild About Me, and then this is the second follow-up of that book series. And I honestly loved the first one so much, and as soon as I found the second one was going to be coming out, I was so excited for it, and it came out earlier this month. And I haven't quite finished it yet, but I have been powering through it and getting through it quite quickly. Well, quickly for me anyway, as like I said, I barely ever read a book. And it's just so great. If you do like her and you like her YouTube channel, or if you've never watched her, definitely do. She's got a great sort of funny, bubbly kind of personality, and you can really see her coming through in the character, the main character called Robin Wilde in the book. And it is just a really great, easy to read kind of book, which is really funny as well. Perfect summer read, perfect for those days where you just want to have a nice chill outside in the good weather, or if you're by the pool or by the beach. Definitely a good read to check out this summer before work, uni, school and everything else like that starts up again. I have then also recently discovered another sort of, this is another easygoing thing, but it's actually a TV series and it's called The Middle. You may or may not have heard of it before. It's an American TV series and it's a comedy one about a family who've got 3 kids. I mean, I guess I was gonna say if you like Outnumbered you might like it, but it's very different humour, very different setup to Outnumbered. I guess Outnumbered would be like British kind of equivalent, but like I said, they are quite different as well. Basically though, a comedy series based around a family, but of course I think American TV series and the humour is very different to the British ones. But I actually discovered this while I was on a plane on my way to LA. There was a couple of episodes on it there, and then while I was actually in LA, we did a tour of the Warner Brothers studios, and I hadn't realised at that time, but it is actually filmed there. It's a Warner Brothers series, and they showed us some of the set as well for where they'd filmed bits of it, and I was like, actually, you know what, it was quite easy to watch, and I've just loved putting it on at the moment. I love as well that the episodes are only 20 minutes, either it's great to watch just before going to bed, or you can just have it on in the background when you're getting ready for the day, doing your makeup, sorting out your hair, or if you're eating a meal, breakfast, lunch, whatever it might be, great to have on in the background as well, as it is just such an easy to watch kind of series. You don't need to have all your attention drawn to it, but it is kind of addictive as well, and I think there's like 8 seasons or something of it, or maybe even more than that, I can't remember, but I have definitely been watching a lot of episodes this month for sure. I'm then going to mention a film which I'm almost 100% sure that you'll all have heard of because it's been one of the films of the summer, one of the biggest films to have been released this summer, and that is Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. I already went to watch it twice during the first week that it came out, which is saying something. I think if you've seen the first one and not been sure whether to go to the second one or not, definitely do, because even though the first one came out, is it like 10 years or something ago now. I think the first one was just a great family fun kind of film. All the cheesy kind of songs, all the classical bits of a cheesy kind of musical, the way that you picture fun family musicals really, with all the cheesy singing and storyline to kind of go along with it. And also it's a great way to getting to know the characters and see their personalities. But then the second one has definitely got a lot more of an in-depth storyline to it, a lot more emotion, it's a lot more raw and real, as well as having those fun kind of cheesy moments too. So it's definitely collectively more of a storytelling film as opposed to just a bit of fun and a bit of a sing-along kind of thing. So definitely worth checking out the second film. If you've never watched the first one either, I think you could watch the second one without having seen the first one. But like I said, the first one is great for getting to know the characters and their personalities, and also a bit of a background to the story and about who everyone is and some of the things that go on. But I do feel like you could still potentially follow the storyline of the second one without having seen the first one, although as I have, I don't really know. Let me know if you've only seen the second one and how you found it down below in the comments. But definitely check it out for a fun movie, great to follow, for everyone to watch. I think everyone can take something from it. I'm next going to mention a YouTube channel, and that is Jess Beautician, who I recently mentioned actually in my favourite health food vloggers, a video I did a couple of weeks ago maybe now, about all my favourite health food bloggers, as the title says. And I thought I would just mention her in my August favourites as well, as I've only started recently watching her, but I have been watching a lot of her videos at the moment, so that's why I definitely thought it was worth mentioning this month's faves. I know from her name it sounds like, well, she is a beautician, and I think she used to do a lot of beauty related videos and content, but now she's turned more towards food and health food and plant-based meals. She has some great recipe inspiration on there. She's always really creative, does things that you just wouldn't even think of, and has so many amazing recipe ideas. But there's a lot which are really simple and easy to follow as well. So if you're looking for some recipe inspiration, or if you're going off to uni or moving away somewhere and you're having to cook for the first time by yourself, honestly check out her channel, because there's some great recipes on there, and they're all plant-based as well, and they're a lot healthier for you than a lot of the sort of microwave meals or pot noodles that students would typically have when going to uni. And she also does things like a whole week of lunches or a whole week of breakfast, so if there's one particular meal or snacks as well that you're struggling with to come up with ideas for, then you can check out her videos for that sort of individual meal as well. Moving on from that to some of my foodie favourites, which links in quite well with that. The first thing I am going to mention is the Pure Organic Chocolate Brownie. I actually bought this in the US when I was there, so sadly I can't buy it again around here, but definitely wanted to mention it because it's amazing that it's only made with 7 ingredients. It's all completely natural ingredients as well, and it's vegan. And what I love about this one, it's a really squishy sort of fudgy texture, which I always want for a brownie. That's how I like my brownies. And then it's also got these little chocolate chips in there as well though, which just literally melt in your mouth when you bite into it, and it just adds that little something extra, which is a bit different from other sort of raw chocolate brownies that I've had before. So if you are in the US or you go to the US, it's definitely worth checking out and seeing if you can get your hands on one to try. Now the next one, you may be wondering why I'm getting so like hyped about a yogurt, but a lot of dairy-free yogurts are often a bit gloopy or just not the best consistency, is the way to put it. And I'd heard about Koyo yogurt, which is a completely coconut-based yogurt. It's made, I think, 99% coconut milk, and then it's just, I want to say, tapioca starch and a live culture, and they're the only 3 ingredients. As well, a lot of dairy-free yogurt alternatives have so many random ingredients in there that you don't even know what they are, but this is just so simple. However, what's so different about this to many of the other dairy-free yogurts I've tried is that it is so thick and so creamy. It literally is almost like a pot of clotted cream. Like, that's how thick it is. You could honestly use it directly to spread it onto cakes or have it on scones instead of clotted cream if you're dairy free or vegan or lactose intolerant or whatever it may be. And then as well as that, I've also tried it on top of porridge, which works so well because it adds that extra creaminess to porridge too, and it's sort of just as the porridge is warm and the yogurt's cold, it like melts into the porridge and it tastes so good. I've only tried the natural one so far, just the plain flavour, but they also have so many different flavours, so worth checking out. I'll link their website down below and you can check where your closest stockist is and all the other flavour options that there are. I've then also recently discovered the Rude Health Black Bean Cornitas, which are like little nacho crisps basically, and these ones are made with corn and black beans however, so they're a bit of a different twist to your classic kind of nachos, and also they're popped, I think they said, not fried, so they're a lot better for you. They're not fried in deep fat oil or anything like that, and they're popped, which makes them kind of puffy as well, which I quite like you get the little air bubbles in the nacho crisps, which is quite cool. Adds a bit of something different to your standard nachos. And also I made a black bean dip to go along with them, so I had like the black bean nachos with a black bean dip, which worked honestly so well together. The recipe for the black bean dip I actually found online, so I'll link that down below as well in case you want to try that. But I can also imagine that they would taste amazing dipped in hummus, or also some kind of nacho cheese sauce or salsa. Anything like that would work so well with them. So if you're a crisp fan and you love nachos as well, but you want a slightly healthier alternative, check out the Rude Health ones. There's also other variations of their cornitas, but for me personally, I preferred the black bean ones. The next product I've discovered is honestly so incredible. It tastes amazing, and that is by a brand called My Raw Joy, and it is their raw vegan cookie range. I honestly got so excited when I saw these. I think I pretty much bought one of each flavour. They're all made with such amazing ingredients. They're made from things like cashew nuts, and then depending on the flavours there's different things added in there as well. I can't remember all the ingredients, but it's all natural ingredients, and as it suggests, it is raw. So I got like honestly so excited by so many of the flavours. So far out of the flavours that I've bought, I've tried the hazelnut one and then the salted caramel one. I think so far out of those two, the caramel one has got to be my fave, but then who doesn't love a caramel cookie? It's just a great combo. But the hazelnut one as well also tasted incredible. So if you're looking for healthier cookies or vegan cookies or raw cookies that are made with completely natural amazing ingredients, that brand is one to go for. I've still got their, I think it's a vanilla choc chip one, and then they've also got a normal kind of choc chip with white chocolate chips in there as well, which looks amazing as well, like white chocolate and normal kind of chocolate, with the cookie probably being made from using raw cacao powder, I imagine. I can't wait to try those two flavours as well. They just both sound incredible. I think there was also a banana bread flavour one that they do, but check out their whole range. All their cookies are honestly so tasty. I've got a last couple of things for this month, and the next one is the Planet Organic grain-free granola bars. I tried the caramel apple flavour, and these are paleo granola bars. They're made without grains, as it says in the title, they're grain-free. And I've never had a grain-free granola bar before because I don't follow a paleo diet or anything like that. But I was just really intrigued to see what it would be like. And it was made from things like dates and then obviously dried apple and raisins and different fruits and nuts basically going on. And it was so tasty. Honestly, the caramel apple flavour reminded me of like toffee apples that you have, I was gonna say when you're younger, but I mean, you can still have them now. It just really reminded me of that, and I used to love toffee apples. So yeah, caramel apple flavour, toffee apple, kind of reminds me of that. I've got another one to try of theirs. I think it's their berry one or something, which I'm definitely sure is going to be tasty after having that one. But I can 100% recommend their caramel apple flavour. It is so good. My final favourite for this month is the Creative Nature Salted Caramel Flapjack. I've tried quite a few of the, well, not quite a few, but maybe about 2 or 3 of their flavours of flapjacks by Creative Nature before, and I'd seen these popping up quite a bit on social media and people having them as snacks, and I really wanted to try some. And when I finally tracked them down, I got very excited about this again and bought pretty much every kind of flavour that there is, or all the ones that sounded really appealing to me. And the first couple that I tried, I can't remember which flavours they were, but they were like alright. They weren't anything special, nothing sort of different. They didn't stand out enough to me. I was like, I would eat this and I'd eat it again, but it wouldn't be something that's like really special or stand out. But that is until I tried their salted caramel one, as it's sort of date-based bar. So I mean, there's a lot of date-based bars out there now. It's a tough market out there for date-based bars. There's a lot of competition, combination, but I haven't ever tried any that have been a salted caramel flavour before, and honestly this had such an amazing flavour, and the texture as well is so great because it has like soya protein crunchies in there, as well as oats as well are in there too, and so the combination of the dates, oats and soya protein crunchies just gives it such a great texture, and the flavour is just amazing. This one is also a protein bar one, so I think it's like 21 or 22% protein, so like 8 grams protein or something from the soya protein, which is just so great. So if you have been looking to try the Creative Nature flapjacks or haven't heard of them yet but now want to, salted caramel is the one to go for. So those were all of my favourites for this month. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to smash a big thumbs up if you did. Also don't forget to click on that little red subscribe button down below if you're new to my channel. I'd love it if you could do that, it would mean so much to me. And also don't forget to tap on that notifications bell so that you're notified whenever I upload, which is currently every Wednesday and Sunday at 4 PM. And I'll be sure to see you on Wednesday with a brand new video. Bye!